Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's matchup. After being away for 2 weeks, we are back. Hockey is back, and we are excited to be here for you. Kenny Nelson here doing the play-by-play for you through Titans Ice Hockey broadcast here on YouTube. Working the camera tonight, we have Benny Elliott, and it's a pleasure to have him here with me tonight. We are both very much looking forward to this matchup. Both teams entering tonight are 3-0 in this regular season. The Titans are 5-1 overall, including some preseason matchups. As the teams are making their way to center ice here, the starting lineups were announced. Made sure you heard that. And without further ado, it's already getting a little physical there. And play is on. Sit back and enjoy some Friday night hockey. Here's Anderson moving on in. A backhand pass across. Oh, and that one could not connect back to Anderson. What would have been the chance as that one goes wide from the point. From the captain of the Matadors. A centering pass in front and a save made by Yano. Kept at the line by the Matadors, and that one rolls on Yano. Split save made by Kurt Yano, the starting goaltender tonight for Cal State Fullerton. Jonathan Manuel for the Matadors is a turn from the circle there off the glove hand of Yano. A centering pass to no one here, and a good touch pass by Hill. And it is regathered by the Matadors, Christian Parks. The 2-11s duel. Bank pass, and they collide in the back end there, as you saw. And it's led ahead now for the Matadors. Luke Guntus here, carries in. Wraparound attempt, almost tried to stuff it in. A lot of fans here tonight in this home opener for this first period action here, I beg your pardon. This one rolls on back, kept alive at the point. Four-man scrum, a good poke check by Davis, and it escapes with it now in a one-on-one. Here is Davis with a wrister, and that one sticked away by Manuel. Davis gets there first, and it rolls out to the neutral zone. He's chased by Parks, and it is sent back out to the neutral zone. Good stick check. Kreller could not play it because of Davis being offside at the moment, and so a flip pass in. That escapes a couple of sticks right into the slot, and that one was sticked away by Francos. And so they will try to settle it down. 2 minutes gone in this first period. Shots on goal, 2-1 in favor of the Matadors, as the pass could not connect the way they wanted to. And here's an opportunity now for the Matadors the other way. The shot hits the mesh, and we get our first stoppage of the period. The Titans are on a 4-game winning streak entering tonight. And we apologize, the camera went sideways for a minute here. We will fix that for you. And we are back on. Here's a shot from the circle that did not connect on goal. And it is shipped back out in a race for it here. Ryan Ritter's going to win that race. And held along behind the net there. Ritter trying to hack and whack it as he collides with his man. Now he goes down, and arm is raised, and so the Titans are going to go to the power play. A little fist bump from Elliott here for the next to me. Is that shot wide by Fair? Backhanded in by Gunstream. Alec Gordon was there to touch up, and the stoppage with 17:06 to go in the first period, and the Titans are going to get their first power play of the game for both teams. And we'll sit in the sin bin will be Christopher Franklin. And so play resumes. Here's Fair drifting. Fighter could not connect, and so it rolls all the way back down for Yano to touch up. Nathan Hill will wait for it. It's a tripping minor on the CSUN Matadors. Nathan Hill able to get into the offensive zone for the Titans. He wipes out. Another arm raised here, and so it is Fighter on this delay penalty call. Yano makes his way to the bench. Fighter rifles it across to Hill. Hill a drive, and that got blocked. And it is played back to Fair. He'll fire it in deep. And it is touched up, and we get a stoppage. And so it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the Cal State Fullerton Titans here. And we will get the penalty call sorted out right now for you. And it looks as if it's going to be 16 for CSUN that's going to enter. And that's going to be Armand Katrian. And so play resumes once again, a 5-on-3 power play for Cal State Fullerton. And Fair could not get it in deep, and so it will roll all the way back. Hill will fetch it. It's a holding minor. Hill wipes out, but got right back up. And they rule an offside on this play. Face-off one at the neutral zone by Cal State Fullerton. Played across for Fair. Gets in easily here and goes down to the outside here. Shoved off. And it's worked on back. Here is Hill. Slamming the stick was Parnell, and so it's Fighter keeping it in. Fighter could not connect the pass to Hill. And Parnell puts on the brakes. Swings it across for Hill. No shots on goal for this power play yet, and so it's played on back for Hill again. 17 seconds to go on the first minor, 1:04 on the second. Hill a wrister, and that got the glass. Oh, and it was loose, and a stoppage. And a few pushing and shoving after, now a face wash on Caden Fair. As the teams are getting used to each other, as we are not even 5 minutes in. Off this face-off. Fair got it across. Davis with it there. First power play about to conclude here as it's played in front, and a score! Won't count as a 5-on-3 power play goal, but it is a power play goal nonetheless, and the Titans have struck first in the game. And from my vantage point, it might be Ethan Kreller. He was the guy that threw it on net, and it trickled in. And if that's the case, that is his second. And they do rule it a power play goal. So Cal State Fullerton on their third shot on goal, able to connect on the power play. Ethan Kreller. So Caden Fair gets the assist on that. So Ethan Kreller the goal and Caden Fair the assist on the power play goal. It's played on back. Anderson with a shot. Got blocked by Francos. Good hit there by Indales. And Francos looks for a man, and it rolls as far as the neutral zone. Matadore's trying to get back into their offensive zone, but they cannot. As Kimber Cruz whiffed on a pass. It's getting away from a couple of players here. Indales to the outside. He's shoved off on a big hit by Christopher Franklin. Quinton Abba, wraparound attempt. Oh, and a save made by Manuel on Indales. Little surprise attack there. Indales gets by. Backhand shot stopped by Manuel. Chipped away from Indales. picked up by Kimber Cruz and fired back in a line change. Cal State Fullerton coming alive here and able to cherry pick. Moving on in. Score! And just like that, the game is tied. It is Christian Parks who has tied the game at 1. And you hear the head coach of the Titans telling his team that it is okay, everything's going to be fine here, as this is chipped off a stick. It was that of Alexander, and so it's led ahead. Big booming check by Hill to Cole Commissar, and so it's a 3-on-2. Able to wipe out was Garcia, but an arm was raised. And a little pushing and shoving at center. Nathan Hill and Cole Commissar. And Hill will sit for 2 minutes. They say interference is the call on Hill, and so the Matadors are going to go on the power play for the first time tonight for them. And so play resumes. It is Carnes with it. Drifts. Got it across. The return to him again. Watched by Garcia. Big drive. Oh, and a save made by Yano. Rebound. Right back to Anderson behind the net. He has 2 Titans on him. It's played on back. Swings it across. The return. And a shot ricochets right to Carnes. And then back up top for Norarch, and a shot is stopped. Rebound on a turnaround pass, and it's cleared. And fetching that will be Gino Norarch. Long stretch pass, and it is chipped back in on the delayed offside, and so Caden Fair will fetch it. He'll bank it along, and it rolls off a leg. And Fighter will send it down to kill more time. Quinton Abba with it right now. Able to dance by there, Christian Parks. As it rolls right to Cole Commissar and then played on back to the point. A wrister just misses the post as the shot came from James Kilgore. I beg your pardon on that. His Fighter trying to scoop it away and does. And that kills more time, which is at 33 seconds remaining on this penalty to Nathan Hill for interference. 2 shots on this power play. That one just hit the glass and then rolls off the stanchion back out to James Kilgore. Couple of drop pass. Turned over to Cruz. Could not clear until it rolled out. Kilgore across. Backhanded in by Nicholas Hasek. Played at the half boards. 11:23 to go here in this first period. 1-1 on this Friday night. Here's a shot, blockered away by Yano. And it is kept at the line. And a shot pinballs to the corner. It was good keep in by Quinton Abaya here. Hits the stanchion funny. And then a wrister just above the crossbar. And the Cal State Fullerton Titans cannot get out with it as it hit the leg. And now they'll make a change. That is the Matadors doing that. Kay Gunstream will head off. Chip back in deep. Nicholas Schwartz is there. Good hit check by Kimber Cruz. And Fighter sends it to the neutral zone. You could hear some yelling. It came from the Titans bench at the moment, as Gordon trying to get by his man. Ryan Ritter out there able to steal it. Ritter moves in, getting a piece of it. Might have been manual, and then the glass. And Francos could not keep it in. Gives it away and then is tripped up. No arm was raised from the 4 linesmen, and then down on the ice is a Titan. And shaken up, I believe, might be Kyle Quintana. He has not gotten back up yet. Ryan Ritter upset. Wants a man. That is Nicholas Schwartz who delivered the hit, as Ritter has to be separated at the moment. 10:02 to go. And as I see the numbers now, it's actually 77. That's Kimber Cruz who's with him. And it is Kyle Quintana who is the guy down, as his teammates will help him up right now. As you see at the bottom part of your screen, Giannis Trainer being helped off by Fighter. At the moment, there is no penalties. Ryan Ritter standing up for his teammate as a alternate captain for the Cal State Fullerton Titans, doing his job, and you like to see that. A questionable hit, that's for sure, if you're a hockey fan, for sure. And now things might be a little different here, and we're only in the first period. Off the face-off, and a shot blockered away and hits the mesh, and another save tally for Yano. Yano has made a name for himself this season. 2 wins, and in one of those wins, a shutout, and that came back in the home opener weeks ago against UCI. And off this tie-up, it's won back by the Matadors. Kreller, the goal scorer, able to pling it ahead. Moves in with Davis and Indales, and a 3-on-2 reinforcements arriving, and then shoved off was Davis. Kreller bear hugged a bit, and it is picked up by Indales. Kicking it along are the Matadors. Banked, but good keep in by Fair. Spiked down with a high stick. Indales played it further. Kreller couldn't keep it. It bounced right in front, and it hopped off a couple of stick blades, and then a shot by Kreller through the maze of bodies, and could not be kept into the zone. So it is Jason Wong with it. He'll let it ahead. Good chip in by Indales to avoid the hit. That came from Jake Dusterhoff, almost. Thrown around the boards. Garcia could not win the race, and so it is played back in by the Matadors. A few hits there and a few shoves in front of the benches as a few players head off. It worked out to the neutral zone. Could not be kept in by the Matadors. That was Gino Noarch that could not keep it in. Matadors still have it. Spencer Rollins, 6 and white with the little jab there. A centering pass knifed away by the stick of Yano. Played in deep to the corner. Fair got a stick in there. Rollins throws his man down. It hits the glass, stays into the rink, so no call there. Here's an opportunity. Yano looking. Head swivel. Centering pass. Save made by Yano. He got a piece of it with the blocker hand. Another shot hits the mesh. And play stops. And more pushing and shoving as the linesmen get in between. It was Spencer Rollins originally with James Kilgore. And then getting involved right after was Zane Garcia. As it is going to be a physical one, that's for sure. And it looks as if both are going to head in to the sin bin here, most likely for roughing. And we may see more of that. We will let you know for sure, as the linesmen are definitely going to have a busy night tonight. And it all comes after that hit, and unfortunately the linesmen, if they're going to have a good game, they need to really control it. 8:10 to go here in the first period. It's been an action-packed game so far. Questionable hit. And I just got word that we got the extension cord for our little mini setup here. So we will not have to worry about the battery life anymore. So Rollins gets a slashing minor. And so it'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. As play resumes here in Rink 1 in Irvine. Great Park Ice is where we are. As this one's stolen away, and it's Fighter with the steal. And here's made. And so play resumes, and they could not get out with it as that shot hits the glass, but before that hit the blocker arm of Yano. He's been spectacular with that. It's thrown to the opposite side and a race for it. And that one turned on goal, and a save is made by Yano with 7:25 to go here in the first period. And I know it says 7:22 on that, and we will adjust that for you once the main clock goes. Face off at the right face-off circle. And it is one back by the Matadors, and that drive doesn't get all of it. And Ritter gets it as far as the neutral zone. It's nice to see Kyle Katwana back onto the ice after taking a questionable hit earlier. And Hill was tripped up, and an arm immediately raised right after. And so, Cal State Fullerton's going to go to their third power play of the night. It's going to be on Ryan Latz for tripping, as he is trying to plead his case, and I don't know what there was to plead. And so the Titans are into the offensive zone. 7:07 to go here in the first period. Tight face-off, but Kreller played it in deep. This one hits somebody on the bench. And nobody seems hurt from what I can see. And this one banked back out. You hear the public address announcer. Again, the fans pumped up here. Nathan Hill able to use his speed. The 211s duel. Hill able to get by a couple. Still doing it. Might do some laps. Hill still has it. My goodness. Throws it. Kreller. And the pass could not connect to Indales, but it could to Fair. Fair fires one, hits the legs, and cleared. Hill waiting for it. He's got it. Oh, and it avoids the check. Gets it over to Kreller. And the shot hit the mesh. Nathan Hill with the little fake there. And it worked. Benny Elliott has some chuckles here. Love to see that. Here's a drop pass over for Kreller. Thrown to Fair here. Side of the net. Oh, did it get through? It did not on a good try on the deflection in front by Indales. .6:02 to go here. Period one. 1-1 on this Friday night. Ethan Kreller is the goal scorer right now for Cal State Fullerton. And Christian Parks for the Matadors, as that shot got blocked on the way through, thrown around, and Hill was not aware of that, so Schwartz will chip it. And with 37 seconds remaining on the power play, an opportunity here. A huge hit on Hill by Quinton Abaya. And he will fire it in, kills off more time, which is at 20 more seconds for power play time. 2 shots on goal for this power play, and here's Kreller. Kreller shoved off the puck a little bit, but throws it in front. Oh, and that hit the post! And so Davis plays it. Francos has it. 5 to go, power play time, and a shot! It bounces wide. Here's Fair with it. Fair holds. And could not get it back, and a race for it out of the box. A 2-on-1. Moving on into the Matadors. Save made by Yano on the 2-on-1. As exiting the box was Ryan Latz, and he had Gino Norarch with him. And Kurt Yano comes up big. It is banked on back to Carnes there. Centering pass. Oh, and that glanced off the post, I believe. And then it is thrown to the net wide. Matadors keep it in. Gunstream shoved off by Anderson. Oh, and a booming check on Francos. Parnell. The backhand flip. Hops off the stick of Gunstream. And now another 2-on-2 here. Reinforcements arriving. And a shot is held by Yano. No further play. 4:23 to go. First period. Shots on goal 7-12 in favor of the Matadors. As you're watching Titans Ice Hockey here on YouTube, Kenny Nelson here doing the play-by-play for you. Working the camera tonight, Benny Elliott. We are both excited to have you here. Matadors can't get out with it. Good keep in by Will Fighter. Captain of this team finds Parnell. And the Matadors able to escape from the danger that was brewing here as it is led back in. A race for it. Centering pass, hops off a stick, a couple sticks, picked up, turnaround shot, kick save made by Yano on Christian Parks. And this is chipped back in, and an icing is called. Tired guys out there for Cal State Fullerton. Out there right now, Francos, Fighter, Freed, Gunstream, Parnell. And there's a 2-second difference from what you are seeing on your screen and from what I am seeing on the game clock, and so we will play it now. There you go. Off the tie-up. Save made by Yano. Backhand. Oh, and he got a piece of that one as well. And then it bounced right in front. A whiff by Gunstream. Could not clear it. They kick it. Saved by Yano. He has no choice but to cover. A couple of players go down right on top of him. And we get a stoppage. The linesmen get in between. Changes are made with 3:30 to go. Matadors controlling the face-off circle as of right now in this game, winning a majority of them when they are in the offensive zone. A few when they're in the defensive zone, but hopefully something will change for the Titans in that category. They win it, that one. Close call, but I'll give it to them. Here's a play across. A wrister on Yano, save, it's loose, rebound, they try to tuck it in, and Yano got a piece as he robs Evan Lehrman of a tie-breaking goal. Now here comes Kyle Quintana, wants revenge on the hit, and he could not pull the trigger. A fanned pass, fired back in, and a turnaround chance by Quintana wouldn't go. Fired in deep by Cal State Fullerton, picked up by Ritter. Aaron was shoved off there, and Ritter had a arm around a buddy there. as it is fired in, and so a whistle was blown, and it looks as if it might have been a icing or an offside, but there was a stoppage for sure. And it'll be interesting to see where the placement is. If it's in the neutral zone, it was an offside, and it looks like that's what it's going to be. A swipe and a clear. And fetching that, Zach Carnes, captain of the Matadors. The backhand flip by him, escapes a couple. Aaron Terrazaz has it, could not connect it to Rollins. Linesman says they kept it in there. Kimmer Cruz tried to get it off this stick. That shot hits the skates of Zane Garcia. Spencer Rollins tried to bank it. That didn't work well. Thrown to the opposite corner. Kimmer Cruz holding his man to the boards. Four-man scrum at the half boards. Make it 5 as joining that was Greg Fife. Still a 5-man scrum. Puck worked along the boards. And a shot blockered away by Yano. Could not get out of the zone. The fan at the side of the net. Given away. And it is cleared back down. A race for it. Fife's going to try to get there. And he can't. And so it'll come all the way back for a Matador offensive try. No shots on goal for Cal State Fullerton in roughly the last 8 minutes or so. It's been all Matadors since they have tied the game. This is thrown across and not able to pull the trigger on the shot for the Matadors. That was Anderson. As that shot hits the legs, Rollins gonna try to get there. Ooh, and he took an elbow up high. As it is worked right in front of the Cal State Fullerton bench. Garcia delivers a hit. Now behind the net. It's thrown back to the point. No arch down low. Parks threw it around a centering pass. Could not connect. Banked off the glass and out. Stretch pass tipped along. Race for it there. Anderson gets there and tried to throw it on goal, but Fair said no to that. Centering pass stopped by Yano. No further play with 41 seconds remaining in the opening period. Defensive zone win for the Titans here, but they cannot get out with it. It's turned over, an opportunity held by Yano, who is standing tall and keeping this the 1-1 tie as the shots continue to climb for the Matadors in this period. There was a delay right now. And it looks as if everything's resolved. And so play resumes. Shot hit a maze of bodies. Here comes Davis. Davis holds, trying to get by, but could not. As it is thrown around to the opposite side. 15 seconds remaining here in the first period. Nice move. Yano got a stick on it. Jason Wong holds his man to the boards in the final 5 seconds. Picked up by Indales with 3 seconds. He'll fire it in on goal. It goes wide. And that's it for the first 20. 1-1 in the opening period. Shots on goal are 20-7 in favor of the Matadors. As Ethan Kreller with the first goal of the game, followed by Christian Parks, who had tied the game moments later. But you're watching Titans Ice Hockey here on YouTube through Titans Ice Hockey broadcasts. As the intermission is here, I will step aside. Looking forward to seeing you in the second period. Don't go anywhere. More action when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are at period number 2 here on this Friday night in Irvine at Gray Park Ice. We are at Rink 1 tonight. Kenny Nelson here doing the play-by-play for you. Benny Elliott working on the camera. And then now it's back up. First period was an interesting one. Ethan Kreller with the first goal of the game, the only goal for this period, or that period, I beg your pardon. And Christian Parks, moments later, tied it for the Matadors. After one period, it is 7-20 in shots, and the Matadors lead it in that category. As Cal State Fullerton is 1 for 3 on the power play, as the Ethan Kreller goal did come on the power play. The Matadors are 0 for 2. And some key notes as we enter the second period. If the Titans want to have a chance to be successful in this period, they need to be a little bit more, they need to win their puck battles a little bit more and definitely dominate in the face-off circle. And the chip and chase game, unfortunately, is not working as intended. But Kurt Yano, on a positive note, has been keeping this team into the game for sure, making the clutch saves that he needs to. They just need a little bit more tight on the defense, as Cal State Fullerton patiently waiting for the Matadors, who have just entered the ice. As it is 1-1 here. Jonathan Manuel is the starter for the Matadors tonight. Kurt Yano is the starter for the Titans. And we appreciate all 23 of you watching right now. Definitely appreciate that. As we are just waiting for puck drop to start the second period. But the last game the Titans played within the 2 weeks off, they beat the UCI Anteaters here in Irvine 3-1. As Quintana, Andales, and Freed got the 3 goals, and Kurt Yano was in the net that night. And for the Matadors, their last game took place on the 15th of October as they beat CLU 18-0. And in that game, Gino Norarch had 4, and Luke Gontus had a hat trick, and it was the first shutout of the season for Murphy, who is the backup tonight. Normally the starter, but he is on the bench tonight. The signals were made by the goaltenders to say that they are ready. Linesmen are checking all the door entries to make sure they are locked and ready to go so that nobody falls in, because we do not want that. But as I look to my right, one of them is not closing, and so that is what the delay is right now. And so the rest of the linesmen are going to try to sort this one out, as we will pan that for you right now, thanks to Mr. Benny Elliott here. So you get a little enjoyment. Nathan Hill wants to get involved and see if maybe he can be the hero to fix the door, and little stick taps by the players on the ice. And now we can resume hockey here, period 2 on this Friday night. Sit back and enjoy. Kenny Nelson doing the play-by-play for you. Benny Elliott on the cameras. 1-1 here, as this is Hill. Fresh sheet of ice, and it is Ryan Ritter up the wing, right in front of the penalty boxes. He'll chip it back in, able to escape Zach Carnes. Quintana out there, a sandwich hit to get it going here in period 2. 3-on-3 here. As it is a centering pass, nobody home. A chip in, but it is kept alive by the Matadors. Alec Gordon with the tight defense. Here's a nice spin move and a shot, sticked away by Yano on the try that came from Stephen Papadopoulos. An interesting name, that is for sure. Katana fanned on the clear, but it is given away, and here's an opportunity, and that one into the chest of Yano, and the first stop, and the first stoppage of the period. As the face-off to the left, on the left face-off circle. And a shot on goal immediately off the tie-up. Could not be gloved down by Parnell, but a whistle here. And as if we're going to get a hand pass, that is the gesture made by the linesman behind the net in the trapezoid. And so with that in mind, it will be moved out to the neutral zone, as that will help Cal State Fullerton out a little bit here, as Fighter will step in to take the draw against Gino Newarch. Parnell with a step, moves in with speed. Parnell could not get a stick on it, and a whistle and a stop for Manual. 18:42 left in period 2. Puck was hopping off the stick a little bit, and that's what happens when you get a fresh sheet of ice. And Fighter was waiting and could not hold the position for that long. Close tie-up, but it looks as if the Matadors won that one. Fighter behind the net, centering pass, right back to the point. Aaron Terrazas with a shot, misses the net wide. Kimber Cruz holding it at the line with a backhand, and this gets off a couple of skates. Icing waved off. Aaron Terrazas with it. Could not be handled by the Matadors, as Parnell tried to chip it. Fighter. Good stick play by him. Tried to get it over to Freed, but it was pickpocketed last minute by Quentin Abaya. Cruz with a little stick jab. Played to Christian Parks. Parks fires it way wide onto the net. As picking himself up right now is Aaron Terrazas, and it's thrown to his side. Played with a high stick at the moment, but it looks as if it was not blown dead for that, as Cole Commissar had it there. Parks flips it back. Rister hits Davis's legs and then pinballs to the corner. As making a change was one of the Matadors, and they might catch him on this change, but unfortunately Andales could not get to it, as it is played by Dylan Durrell. It's turned over. Here is Kreller, guided to Andales. Save! May they score! It trickles through Manual, and the tie is broken. Jason Andales, with his second of the season, breaks the tie early in period 2. Just got enough on the shot, and at the last moment from my vantage point, could see the puck cross the line, and a huge gift for Cal State Fullerton. Parks, pickpocketed by Fair, throws it around the boards, and Andales. Played by Kreller. This line has the 2 goals right now. Here's Kreller with a shot, and that just missed the net. And it will roll all the way back to be picked up and played by Andales, thrown away to Gunstream here. Now Kreller watching his man's glove down and then shoved off the puck by Gunstream. Good play there, and then Ethan Kreller will carry it ahead. Fires it in, goes for a change, as this is the period of the long change, and the Titans are able to do that, but here come the Matadors with a chance. Spiked down by Parks, he'll head off. And so things will be settled down by Cal State Fullerton here. A giveaway, though, and pickpocketed there by Spencer Rollins last minute. I beg your pardon, that was Zane Garcia. That was an 8, not a 6. Rollins is out there. He just delivered the check. And they are paired right now with Josh Alexander, number 9 in white. Able to escape a hit were the Matadors. That was Jake Dusterhoff along the boards. And shoved off the puck there was a Titan at the moment. A couple players wiping out. As now we can start seeing the lines on the ice that are created by the skates here, with 15:43 to go in period 2. Quick start for Cal State Fullerton to get the goal by Andales. Here's Rollins. Big check right in front of us as we are right above the penalty boxes. And then a booming check by Dusterhoff on Alexander. The puck came free, and then Garcia got him right back, and then down goes Alexander. And Rollins could not keep it in. And an icing is called out of all this. And there is some confusion here. As it looks as if Cal State Fullerton wants to make sure that everybody stays on for the Matadors and that there are no sneaky changes made, as when an icing is resulted, all the players on the ice must stay on. That is the consequence of an icing. Picking himself up right now is Quintana. He took a questionable hit back in period one, a stray stick out there as the 2-7s dueled for the moment. And a hit right in front of the Matador bench. Got some eyes looking. Nathan Hill connects the pass. Ryan Ritter out there, 39 in white, able to get there. Puts on the brakes. Had two Matadors on him, but he throws it to the boards. Hill keeps it in. Fires one. Oh, and a glove save made by Manuel. We'd like to thank you for watching this one on YouTube through Titans Ice Hockey Broadcast, a new channel created. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel so you do not miss any more home games for this Cal State Fullerton Ice Hockey team. Kenny Nelson here doing the play-by-play. Benny Elliott working the camera tonight. Very glad that he is here as this is thrown to the opposite side. It's Jason Wong with it. Could not keep it in until now, and it is turned over to Fighter. Fighter fires one, it pinballs behind the net. Fighter with a great play here to keep it there, and he was trying to connect it with Parnell. A giveaway though, and a reach by Freed, and able to get it out with speed is Quinton Abaya. Oh, and a nice hit there by Fighter. He went down though. Abaya on his feet though, carries in, save made by Yano, as it just trickled through his arm, and then a try here, a scramble in front. And eventually it is sealed by Yano with 14:01 to go. It's a packed house here on this Friday night, from what I can see. More fans on the Cal State Fullerton side, though, since this is a home game. Face-off on the right, face-off circle. It was won by Cal State Fullerton, but thrown across off the tile. Davis gets a nudge, it rolls out, everybody has to come back out. Kreller's line is out there, Davis and Dolly's are with him. Fair and Cruz are in the back end, and Dolly's in the corner. Able to avoid the check, he has the tie-breaking goal as of right now. He shoved off the puck though, and it is played by Gino Norch. Let it ahead for Anderson with speed. Anderson twisted one and not able to connect the pass to his teammate. It was Gino, or I beg your pardon, Luke Gontus. But meanwhile, the other way, here comes Endali's, a odd man rush, drive, save made, rebound, they score! It is 3-1 on a rebound in front. It popped into the net. 2-goal lead, their first 2-goal lead of the night. And it could not have come at a better time. Ask and you shall receive. And so it is played off the face-off and already into the zone of the Titans, Alec Gordon. And he goes down. Manuel with the stop. And Ritter, who has been involved tonight in a few scrums, looking over at his options. Public address announcer with the goal scorer. Jason Endali's with his second tonight. And it is assisted by Davis. So Endali's with 2, Kreller with 1. This line has been dominant tonight. Centering pass by Rollins, could not connect to the stick of Gordon. Meanwhile, there's some scrum in the back end. As holding a man though, and getting involved there is Ryan Ritter. As play resumes on the other end. And so we finally get the whistle. Ritter back at the bench with 12:24 to go in period 2. And it looks as if Cal State Fullerton's going to go to the power play out of all this. And it looks as if it's going to be the captain, Zach Carnes, who's going to go into the box That'll add to his penalty minutes. He'll be at 4 for this season. So the Titans are going to go to the first power play of this period. They are 1 for 3. As they had a 5-on-3 back in the first period. And on that, they did score the power play goal after the 5-on-3 concluded. And so it's an interference minor to Zach Carnes. Yano tried to play it dangerously, though. It's loose. And there were some scare and goosebumps here as both Benny and I were looking at each other, confused as to what we had just witnessed. But no matter, it seems to be resolved here as Hill took a check but was able to advance it. And it is fired back, and that'll kill some time. It'll roll in on Yano. Fighter banks it. Cal State Fullerton looking to get something going here on this power play. Shots on goal, 23-13. Oh, and they could not connect, but it's loose off a chance. Out in front, oh, to save by Manuel. Parnell off the clear. It bounced off Manuel, and he had an open chance, and Manuel came up big. 50 to go on the power play. And they'll bring it ahead. It is Fighter and Hill 2-on-1. Got it across. Fighter a shot, and that one off the stick of Manuel. As Fighter looking for his first of the season. And he's had a few chances tonight and throughout the season. Both teams make some changes. Hill dancing in, and they rule him an offside here. And it looks as if someone jumped the gun. I didn't see it, but that is what was called. As we are trying to look at the replay right now on the iPad. And it looks as if Davis might have jumped the gun below the screen. And it is fired in by Francos. And it is cleared back down the ice. And played by Yano. He'll just drop it off for Francos. And that's going to do it for the power play as Zach Carnes is back on. The penalty box needs to be closed, and it looks as if they're going to take care of that down there. Kimber Cruz with it. It's given away, though. Opportunity on the backhand, and a save made by Yano with 10:07 to play in period 2. Jason Indali's picking up his second of the season, or I beg your pardon, yeah, his third of the season, I beg your pardon. He has 2 tonight. He had 1 entering tonight, and he's picked up 2. And Ethan Kreller with the other, as he has 2 goals for this season. Is this one thrown around the boards? A stray stick, it is that of Davis, as he just fetched it right now. Played along for Hill. Takes a hit, but it got through his legs, and play continues as Kreller able to fight his way through. Wipes out off the check of Luke Gontus, and so it's played to him up the wing. Gontus, a shot kick save made by Yano, and then taking him out was Nathan Hill as he's fetching his stick, and a huge hit right in front on Davis, and a whistle on an icing call. And everybody who hopped off has to hop back on. Shot difference is 10, 15, 25. Matadors with the category on that. Yano able to make the stop on a sneak pass behind the net. Cruz pops right back up. Shoves with his man, and so it pass gets away from Indali's. The backhand right to him from Rollins. And Indali's trying to fight his way through and takes a hit. A couple fans wanted a call. Greg Fife pops on, and he fires it in. 8:50 to go in period 2. As you're watching Titans Ice Hockey here on YouTube, we thank you for watching this one between Cal State Fullerton and CSUN here. As a centering pass could not get to the net. Right in front, doorstep, backdoor pass, doesn't connect. As lurking on the doorstep was Nicholas Hasek. Kept at the line by Abaya. Thrown across. As this one bounces right to him. Save made by Yano with the glove. It's on the doorstep in front of the net mouth. Fife goes down after being hit by Cole Commissar. Gunstream gets involved. Didn't like what he saw. It's played across. Opportunity here. Save made by Yano. And could not be gloved down by James Kilgore. And it rolls all the way down to be picked up by Abaya. Turned over to Hill. The backhand flip. Glove down by the Matadors. Led ahead with speed. Carried in by Kilgore. Kilgore. Backhand shrugging save made by Yano. And so we get a whistle with 7:32 to go in the period, and we will see what we get here. Looks like it's going to be a minor penalty to Garcia. And a slashing is what is the call. So the Matadors 0 for 2 today on the power play. And Garcia explaining what he went through with some fans right below us from the penalty box. And so the Matadors are going to get their first power play of this period, their third of the game, as they have not connected on the prior two. So Emmanuel will drop it off for Carnes, who looks over the traffic up ice. And the pass could not connect. Ritter trying to get there. As Garcia giving a few fist bumps to some buddies. One of them in a SpongeBob costume. I want to point that one out. It's thrown across. The pass hops off the stick of Dusterhoff. Rolls right back out. Fair. Titans trying to kill more time off this power play. That has not had a single shot for the Matadors, and that is something you like to see here as we reach the final 60 seconds of that power play. Kept in by Dusterhoff. Glove down, and then played across side of the net, right in front. They score! Great passing by the Matadors. They get a power play goal and cut the lead to 1. They looked like the Harlem Globetrotters right there. (3-2) it's 6:24 to go. It's a power play goal, their first. And so like Cal State Fullerton, they have been able to connect on a power play tonight. So Hill will fetch it. So it's going to be Zach Carnes who gets the goal on the power play and brings the deficit to 1. But meanwhile, this is Kreller with a shot. Save made by Emmanuel, who seems to be shaken up after that stop, as he is just slowly getting back to his feet. And they are yelling off, which means it's an offside, a delayed offside, so now everybody can head back in. That is what the commotion was for the moment. And ailing at the net right now is Manuel. And a whistle here, and there was some extracurricular activity between Hill and Ryan Latz. As Manuel, as I look to my left, seems to be fixing the equipment. He made the stop right between where the pads open up, as if you are going down to make the stop. Now, I don't play the position, but from my vantage point, it looked like as if it caught something. And we'll keep an eye on that as we finish off this period and the third to see if he stays in the game. Could be an advantage for Cal State Fullerton. We will see. Time will only tell. As this face-off to the left of Yano, won by Cal State Fullerton. Played by Francos. And Freed able to shove Abaya, who was trying to hold it in and trying to spike that one down, was Stephen Papadopoulos, I beg your pardon. Once again, that name is hard to say. As Yano with a save, it's loose, rebound. And it is thrown to Parnell. He's trying to get it out. Yano trying to make the glove save. Help his guys get some rest here. It's kept into the zone, and a shot, glove save by Yano. And they will get the rest that they need as both teams make some changes. With 4:55 to go in the middle period. And a whistle here on this stoppage is the linesman, as you can see, telling the guys to back off. The guys closest to the glass. Looks like that's fair. And for the first time ever, I'm seeing a player get kicked out. I haven't seen that this season. As this is played back in by Carnes. A centering pass, and Yano able to get a glove on that. And a little pushing and shoving after. Ritter right there. As it was Alec Gordon who did the initial shove. And another stoppage. And we will do it again. For those of you just joining us, 3-2 here. Rink 1, Great Park in Irvine. 3-2 on this Friday night between Cal State Fullerton and CSUN. Titans lead at 3-2, and Dollies with 2 goals. Ethan Kreller with the other goal, and a head fake on Quintana, and that got the bench of the Matadors all excited. And for the Matadors, Christian Parks and Zach Carnes earlier in this period connected on a power play goal, so that's where we stand. As you're watching this on YouTube through Titans Ice Hockey Broadcast, we appreciate those of you watching. As Yano had to reach for that in a diving effort by the Matadors. And so Yano able to make the glove save and add another tally for him. As making an effort on that was Isaac Anderson. Thrown across. Rister hits Isaac on the way. Rollins able to play it. Gets it ahead for Garcia here. Garcia looks for a man. Centering pass. Rolls in on goal. And a stop by Manuel. His first stop for a few minutes. And his first stop since that one he made that made him ail for the moment. Now the long wait. Something we see in the NHL, and we'll see it again here. And they are waiting for the puck to drop, so in the NHL there would have been a penalty for that, but apparently not here. Rollins shoved to the glass. Here's an opportunity for the Matadors. This one pinballs off a leg, and Yano gets a glove on that before Gino Noarch could get a stick with 4 minutes exactly to go on the clock. Shots on goal as of right now, it's 33-17 Matadors. But the Titans have the lead in the game. Kurt Yano playing a fantastic game. As that shot hits the netting. And they whistle here as the net had come off, which is probably why it hit the side of the net. It was a tough angle shot, but it did not go in. Stepping in, Gino Norch against Ethan Kreller. Kreller prevails. Thrown towards the net. Save, Yano. A couple of tries and another stop here as the shots continue to climb for the Matadors. Something we saw late in period 1 is happening here in period 2. Titans start strong and then a steady decline as the period comes to a close. As this is from the point, thrown to the corner. Right in front, pickpocketed there by Kreller. Kreller able to get by. Plays it to the corner, one hands it away from Norch. Kreller takes a hit from Norch. It's thrown over for Gontus, and so it's led ahead on a pass from Anderson to Abaya. Abaya moving in. Drops it off for Anderson. Anderson toe drag, tries to get a shot off, it's loose, and a glove on that by Yano. Something was brewing there, but Yano said no to that. As both teams make some changes here. Stepping onto the ice right now for the Titans, Freed, Parnell, Fighter are in the front end. Hill and Gunstream in the back. The delay right now is the Matadors are making some changes here. And so will the Titans. It looks as if Fair has to come back on. The linesman is escorting him right now to the box. There's some chuckles here, so it looks like there's only one going in, and it's going to be against Cal State Fullerton here. So the Matadors are going to go to the power play, and we will get the penalty for you here in a moment. And meanwhile, this is Fighter, and he could not connect it to Parnell. Still don't know what the penalty was. Haven't heard anything since. But that is what I am seeing as this is thrown across. Rister on goal, just misses the net, bounces off the stick, right in front, and then it's cleared immediately by Hill. And a few claps for that. .225 to go in the period of the long change here, as this is almost stolen away by Parnell, and Fighter was up there with him. Thrown across to Avaya, and Parnell goes down, his helmet pops off, and so with that in mind, the play stops with 2:10 exactly to go, and so Parnell will head off and fix the cap with 61 seconds left on the minor. Ten seems to be the magical number on the shots on goal difference, as what I am seeing so far. And so it is thrown back to Carnes. Looks over the traffic. Soft pass across. Norch. Carnes. This one pinballs behind the net. Hill, with all of his might, throws it out of the zone. And it is fetched by Norch. Stretch pass ahead. Anderson, cross-ice pass for Carnes. As the Matadors got into the zone easily, but Kreller said no to that, and he could not clear it as his stick got jabbed a little bit there. But Rollins trying to kill off more time here. So this one rolls in on Yano, and he'll just decide to cover with 1:25 to go. 16 seconds to go on the minor penalty, though. And so luckily that will not carry over into the third. Less than 90 seconds to go here. This one bounces right off the chest of Garcia off the tie-up. Francos. Ritter with a hit. Big drive, kick save by Yano. And so the stick taps by Manuel, and a shot loose. Parnell, or I beg your pardon, Fair headed back on. And it is played back in deep to the Francos corner. Ritter is out there with him. Played across, big drive, and reaching for that was Yano. On the slap shot from the point by James Kilgore. Ritter and Francos stay out. Hopping on right now is Quintana, Gordon, and it looks like Fair will hop back on after he was the one that served the minor. Two Titans on, one Matador, and it's stolen away by Ritter down the wing. Here he comes with speed. Ritter down the slot. Oh, and he tried to connect the pass to Quintana, wiping out right after, as Quintana gives a little love tap to Ryan Latz. And it looks as if Ryan Latz is going to take a seat here for 2 minutes. It's a high sticky minor to Ryan Latz. 5th power play of the game for Cal State Fullerton. So Fighter steps in. The power play unit is out there. Fighter won it. Hill has it. Swings it. Had that knifed away. And it is a good keep in by Fair. And a diving play made by Carnes. And so this will kill time. If the Titans do not score, this will carry over into the third period. Here's Parnell, though. Finds Fighter. Puts on the brakes. Fires one in a high-rising shot into the chest of Manuel as he gets a tap from his teammate, Stephen Papadopoulos. Manuel seems to still be ailing, and it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be in the goal for the third period, but he will get some time to rest. Hill fakes the drive, got it over to Parnell in the corner. Centering pass, cleared. With 8 to go in the period. Yano will come out. 5 to go. Stretch pass. Nudged a bit there by Freed. The horn sounds. And that's it for the second period of play. And so we will see how the third period will turn out. But for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for watching this one. As you're watching Titans Ice Hockey here on YouTube through Titans Ice Hockey broadcasts. Everybody inside going to stretch their legs, but for those of you at home, you can do the same. Thank you for watching this one here on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. Third period action in just a moment, as Kenny Nelson here will step aside, and we will see you in a few moments. Thank you for watching here on YouTube. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game. We are in the third period of a 3-2 game. Cal State Fullerton leads it. And the goals in that period for Cal State Fullerton, 2 were scored by Jason and Dollies. And then on the power play, Zach Carnes scored a power play goal. And the Titans tonight are 1 for 5 on the power play. And the Matadors are 1 for 3, and that's how they are. That 1 for 3 came from the power play goal. Some notes to mention: Cal State Fullerton starting strong in the second period. They won more faceoffs, and they were able to pounce on more rebounds. And we will look to see if that carries over to the third, as I believe a power play does carry over for Cal State Fullerton with 1 minute and 9 seconds left on that. So that was the only penalty left. So we have another fresh sheet of ice. Ethan Kreller carries it. Watched and turned to the outside by Dusterhoff. Dusterhoff gets a stick in the way and he steals it and backhand flips it, and it hits the bench of the Matadors. And trying to make a save there on his night off was Murphy. 49 seconds remaining on the minor, as we are both trying to see how that looked on the replay there. As this one hits the stanchion and will roll all the way back down, and the linesman says that the icing is going to be waved off. So Yano will play it. 38 seconds remaining on the power play, but a steal here as the 2-11s duel. Four-man scrum, and Fair able to get it across for Davis. Davis returns it to Kreller here, and Kreller with a head fake. Kreller with the linesman in the way. Could not get the pass to the teammate he wanted it to get to, and that was Parnell, as this one rolls all the way back, and Yano will touch up with it and drop it for Hill. Hill wipes out. Freed. Oh, and then a big hit right in front. Hill is down, slow to get up, and an arm is raised, and so the delay penalty call. And Hill just made his way back to the bench. And will be a interference call most likely, and trying to plead their case right now is Gino Noarch. He is not entered yet. It's an interference, yes. So Noarch will sit. 6th power play of the game for Cal State Fullerton tonight. Hoping to get the 2-goal lead back as Fighter steps in. Fighter has it. Fighter a shot. Oh, and that might have glanced off the post. And cleared and almost spiked down by Fair. Yano drops it for Fair. Led ahead for Freed. Dylan Freed, pass bops off the stick here and picked up by Fighter, and they rule it offside. And so the face-off will be at the neutral zone. .18:03 shows on the clock. We are adjusting that for you as of right now, as the face-off's right in front of us. Schwartz held along by Fair. Freed able to pick it up. Led it ahead. Thrown back to Yano. More time running off the clock for this power play that has not had a single shot yet. Caden Fair able to carry it in. Finds Freed. Freed hit hard, and then the stick slams into the glass and will be picked up and fetched by Cruz. Freed gets it ahead. Cruz couldn't settle it. This hits the glass, and they have to fire it in. 42 seconds remaining on the minor. Glove down by Fair. Fair holds his man, Cole Commissar. And this one is sent back down by the Matadors, Ethan Lehrman. Or I beg your pardon, Evan Lehrman. Fighter trying to get a few whacks in there, and the linesman wanted nothing of that here as they still hold it at the line. Here's Ndali's. He has 2 tonight, looking for the third here as it's played by Davis. Drops it off, Ndali's turns, and he shoved off the puck now, and an opportunity. 2 seconds and 1. And hopping right back on is Norwich. A wraparound attempt, save made by Yano. Rebound, oh, and he got a piece of it, and he didn't even see it. And then a shot turned aside by Yano. Francos from the corner banks it off the glass, gloved down by Carnes, and thrown to the boards. Picked up by Anderson. Thrown to the opposite side of the Francos corner, race for it, Davis. Booming hit right on him by Carnes. And Davis wants a call, and Ritter hops on. And you know he'll take him to task. And so it is played by Kreller. And Ollie's with the nudge ahead. Norwich is there. Dusterhoff having some trouble here, and Ollie's almost had it. Stolen away by Kreller. He's pushed off. And Ollie's could not connect it right back to him. And it is carried in by Norwich. Ritter with a little jab at him. You can see the frustration in his eyes. And Ollie's is shoved down on the clear. And they cherry pick a 2-on-1, and they do call it offside. Would have been dangerous. 15:09 to go in the period. Would have been a 2-on-0 the other way. Something we have seen tonight multiple times by the Matadors is the cherry picking and the odd man rushes. And luckily the offside call does help. Good keep in by Parnell. Or I beg your pardon, Fair. As Quintana with a hit and a lead pass ahead, moving in on Yano. Great pickpocket by Fair. And the pass is picked up by Ritter, backhanded, oh, and then a huge hit on Ritter. He popped right back up. And it is stolen back by the Matador. Save, rebound, score! It counts. Extracurricular activity at the net mouth. Yano made the stop, but the Matadors have tied the game at 3. And it looks as if it's going to be Cole Commissar who ties it. A meaningful silence here with 14:35 to go, and the game is tied at 3. And it seems as if the momentum has shifted here. Opportunity for Schwartz, and it was lurking, and down goes Kimber Cruz. His face hit the boards. And the Titans having some trouble getting it out. Kept in by Kilgore. Fighter. Bounces away from Dylan Freed. Here's a shot, and that got the glass. Kept in by Kilgore. Hits the stick of Yano. Played back to the point. And a shot. Save made by Yano. Getting a leg on that. On a shot by Abaya. Race for it here. Parnell. Freed is with him. And then Freed was elbowed a bit there, and Freed could not touch it because he was on the delayed offside, but now he can go back into the zone. It's banked along, touched up there, and played again by Quentin Abaya. Abaya puts on the brakes. Kreller, Freed. Right in front of us, it bounces around, and then picked up now by Davis, and he clears it in, and will try to go for the change. And Dolly's hopped right off. and was able to get there first. It's thrown to the opposite side. Ethan Kreller there. Garcia bounces off a stick, and here they come. Moving in with speed now. Plays it in. It's through the legs of Nathan Hill. Yano has to turn and clear as Carnes throws it on goal, and that one just missed the net. And Dollies looks ahead. Sends forth Ethan Kreller. Has a goal tonight, and so does Ndali's. He has 2. Bank pass by Carnes. Knifed a bit to a teammate. Garcia throws a check. Bounces in on Yano, and he makes the chest save with 12:29 to go in the third. As of right now, shots on goal, 18-46. The Matadors dominating the category. The Titans have not had a single shot since the second period, if the calculations are correct. Here's a shot off the faceoff, hit high off the chest of Yano, more towards the shoulder though, but he seems to be okay. As this one played by Luke Gontus, and he played the man, and a wraparound attempt here doesn't go. Turnaround shot high, save made by Yano there. Stolen away off the crossbar on a slap shot from the circle by Norarch. It was a quick trigger pull. And this one is stopped by Yano. And Hill and Rollins immediately rushed Anderson right after. And it has been chippy all game since the first period. And for those of you just joining us, the Matadors have tied the game at 3. It was 3-2 entering this period. Here's a nice move, though, and a shot, and that got the glass on a trigger pull by Christian Franklin. Or, I beg your pardon, Christopher Franklin. Now it's worked behind the net here. Here's Parks. Tries to bank it in. Has it now. Sends one. Whiffed there. Trying to get a stick as Katana. He succeeds. And they will reset. Ritter tried to challenge the guy. Parks sees Ritter coming, and Ritter knocks him off. Banked by Fair. Thrown across to Commissar, I beg your pardon. Fired in deep by Parks. Played by Yano. Backhands it along. Kimber Cruz in a race for it there. Nice hit by Gordon, and so the play is blown dead because the helmet of Parks had come off, and immediately play stops. And so there will be changes for both. Fighters' line is back on, as the faceoff's going to be just outside the defensive zone for the Titans here. And off this faceoff, they can enter it. Stretch pass, Parnell with the touch. Fighter wasn't there, but he did put some defensive pressure there. And an icing is not called because they won the race. Because Ryan Latz got there first. Thrown across. Here's a shot. Glove save made by Yano, who has just played a spectacular game tonight, keeping the team in it. Kat Reyes as well on the bench as the other goaltender. She has been dominant in the games that she has played. She does have a win in the 3 games. Each goalie has won a game, and that is always fun to see. Players collide, and down went Hill. An arm is raised, and then an extra shove right after, and it looks like they got it. So it's going to be potentially 2 penalties, and so it might be a 5-on-3. We will see. As of right now, only 1 player is heading off. So an interference call, and then that's it. They didn't get anything for the second one, as Benny Elliott and I are confused as to why there wasn't a second penalty as many of you at home are probably just as confused. But the Titans are going to go on the power play nonetheless here. And this might be a huge factor in the tie-breaking goal here, is much needed. So Ryan Latz is in. It's an interference call. Fighter with a shot. Hits a man. That's Zach Carnes, but it's kept into the zone by Hill. Shot! Oh, and a save made by Manuel. His first stop of the period. Here is Fair. Returns it to Endali. Swings it across to Hill. Hill holds. Side of the net. And they score! Hat-trick goal! Jason Endali's power play goal, and it's 4-3. It's a hat-trick for Endali's, his 4th of the season, and it's a tie-breaking goal. 7 goals in the game, and the Titans regain the lead. Two for 7 on the power play tonight. A lot of power plays, but hey, like I mentioned moments ago, this was definitely needed, and it pays off. And we got a stoppage here. And out of all this, everybody on the ice for the Matadors had something to say, as the faceoff will be just outside the zone. As we are looking on the iPad, and it looks like it was an offside call. And so the fans here like that, but a steal here. And it's a chance. Save made. Rebound, and it's picked up by Kriller. And tangling up right now is Hill. And the linesman is looking at it and is not even putting an arm up. And now Hill gets on top. The linesmen get in between. And everybody at the benches is up on their feet. Hill was down originally. He did not like that. And now he is being escorted to the box. And it looks like there's only one penalty out of all this. And the fans are upset by that. And now there's cheering because the other one's entering. And so we will get these penalties for you, most likely roughing. And so now the question is going to become if it's going to be more than 2, or that's the question. Right now in the box, Hill for the Titans, and in the box right now, Luke Gontus. And the two players are chatting to each other in the boxes here. Gontus has a smile. He seems to be bleeding and is making some gestures to Hill. And unfortunately, from the angle that we are at, we cannot get that for you, so that is why I am describing what I am seeing here. Hill's just sitting. Gontus is up on his feet. Kreller and Carnes are trying to figure out what's going on here, and we saw Zach Carnes put 4, so it looks as if it's going to be a double minor, potentially. We will get that for you here momentarily. But a lot happened in that span of time. As of right now, 4-on-4. And so it looks like it's going to be 2 aside from the board here to my right. So minor penalties. And that loud echo is my dad, and I apologize for that, but he's into this, as most of you at home are as well, and everybody here. It's been an action-packed game, that's for sure. 7 goals in the game, 4-3 Titans lead, 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. It's been chippy since the first, and that was expected. The Titans were not going to let them come into their home and walk all over them. That's for sure. Here's a chance for Endali's. He has the hat trick tonight. Kreller fed it back. Fair throws it across. Cruz to Endali's. Returns it to Cruz. Throws it to Fair here. Great passing right now by the Titans. Let's see if we can get a shot, though. Fair shot. Oh, and a glove stop, and then immediately played. I thought a whistle was going to blow, so I paused it for the moment, but the times seem to be matching up still, luckily. So more time winds down off this 4-on-4. Kimber Cruz will just play it behind the net. Lurking on the doorstep right now is Parks. The chip pass by Fighter. And Dollies could not get there before Abaya could, and so it's thrown back to Fair here. Fires one, and a shrugging save made by Manuel. Francos regathers. Hopping off the bench was Davis, alert for it, and a whistle here. As shaking his head in disbelief is James Kilgore as he will head off. 36 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4 to Hill and Gontus for roughing. As we saw moments earlier, right in front of the net of Kurt Yano. Andrew Francos fanned on the pass, but was able to get it ahead. Fighter shaking his head in disbelief and in some frustration, most likely, as that stop is made by Yano, and he will hang on to that with 7:55 to go in regulation. The Indali's goal, the hat-trick goal, was a beautiful goal. It was a chip in as that shot stopped by Yano from the point. Pass got to Davis, sticked away by Manuel. It's held along at the half boards. Both guys come back on, and Hill immediately goes to the bench. Hopping on there is Quintana, and a save is made on the Schwartz shot. And Aaron Tarazaz with a little chest bump to Kurt Yano, who has just been spectacular tonight. 55 shots on goal, and he has been able to make 52 saves, which I believe is a season high for him as of right now. As this one chipped in on Yano, and another one added to the tally of many. Another face-off win for the Matadors, and a shot by Zach Carnes that hit a leg on the way through is that of Kyle Quintana. Francos able to spin away from Schwartz. He wiped out though, and so it's off the stanchion and stays in. Quintana met there by the Matadors, and then picked up by Alec Gordon. Ritter takes a hit from Carnes, and then Gordon just sends him down. Like to see that. The 226 is dueling there. Kept at the line though. Dusterhoff had to fire it in after taking the hit, but he's back to his spot. And tumbling over was Gordon as he tried to deliver the hit on Ryan Latz. But meanwhile, Ryan Ritter takes a hit by Zach Carnes. Ritter popped right back up. Dusterhoff able to get by a couple, steps into the zone, and a shot popped up in the air and then whacked at by Hill, and Hill tumbles over, and a stoppage here. An arm is up. Hill did not like what he saw. He's barking now at Dusterhoff. And so Hill is head over heels right now and is being thrown into the bench by the linesman, and he is just absolutely upset as Dusterhoff has a smirk on his face as he enters the box. And so the Titans will head back to the power play once again with 6:11 to go. And Evan Lehrman having some words with one of the linesmen before heading off, and jumping right back on was Gino Noarch. Nathan Hill's back on. Seems to have calmed down at the moment. And that's one of the things we love about him, is how much he's into the game. As this is played off the clear and led back down, Yano will play it. Hill picks it up. Good communication there. So the Titans are back to the power play. Dusterhoff in the box to sit for 2 minutes. Fair backhands it along the boards. Davis swings it. Hill a drive, and that deflects off the leg of Norarch. Fighter for Endales. Endales wasn't ready for it, but he is putting on the pressure along with Davis, though. As it hits the stanchion, funny, and so it's picked up now with speed. Here's Norarch. Norarch moving in, and he wipes out. It's a tripping. And so Nathan Hill will serve the minor, and so it'll be 4-on-4 for a little bit. So 4-on-4 hockey with 5:24 to go here in the third period. As the linesman is heading over to the scoreboard here, the scorekeeper's table. I beg your pardon. Could not think of the word at the moment. They're getting 10-minute misconducts. Both Hill and Dusterhoff, they are. So they are done for the night. And they are off. So game misconducts for Nathan Hill and Jake Dusterhoff. Hill's already exited, and so does Dusterhoff right now. As you can see Nathan Hill on your screen right now, heading off. And it looks as if Greg Fife will be the lucky contestant who will sit. Some fans are chirping here. And entering the box right now for the Matadors is going to be number 16. That is Armin Katrian. So that's what the delay is right now. Fighter, Norarch, they duel again. Off the face-off, rolls in and was poked away from Yana before he could cover it, though. So game misconducts. Fans don't like it. As it is bounced away from Endales, it rolls on Manuel, and he will get a glove on that with 5:05 to go. And like we mentioned earlier in the first period, if they wanted to keep the game under control, they needed to get going on that, and unfortunately this game has slipped away from them. There's been a lot of nastiness tonight, but it's been an action-packed game as we reach the final 5 minutes here of the game. As you're watching Titans hockey here on YouTube, we thank you for watching this game. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you do not miss any more action for this season for the Cal State Fullerton ice hockey team. And the school would really appreciate if you could drop a like on this video as well. It helps support the YouTube channel. But we appreciate all 38 of you watching tonight. Hopefully you have been enjoying it just as much as we have here tonight. Kenny Nelson, by the way, doing the play-by-play for you. Benny Elliott to my right, he's on the camera tonight. He has done a fantastic job, and it's been a pleasure having him with me here. As of right now, the delay is the coach of the Matadors having a few words with the linesman. I don't know if he's trying to get an explanation of what's taken place, even though it's already happened. So there's no going back on that. But all smiles as of right now, but I don't know if it's a smile of joy, but more of a smile of disbelief of what his team is going through as the conversation has concluded, and the linesmen will get back to their spots. And we'll play more hockey. This one out of the zone off the face-off. Chipped off a couple sticks. Cat Reyes with a little distraction there as the shot whiffed, banked out of the zone. You hear some communication from the Titans bench letting the guys know what they need to do in order to close this one out with 4:19 to go. Right in front of us here at the penalty boxes. Led ahead, stolen away though by Andales. He moves in. Andales holds and had that sticked away. That one rode the bench, or I beg your pardon, the glass for a moment there. And now it's picked up by Andales. And he will fire it in. Oh, and he almost got it on a clear. And he heads off. Would have been a fourth goal of the game for him. Able to get by a couple was Parks. Parks still has it. Parks backhands it. Abaya. Shot. Pinballs right on goal, and it escapes the skates of Nicholas Hasek. And it is cleared back down. 7 to go on the minor penalty. Booming check. The arm goes up and down on the ice. Looks to be Caden Fair. As Parks with a late hit, he's barking at the linesman. And just getting back to his feet right now is Fair. A lot of barking here in the stands as Fair is making his way over. And he is back safely at the bench. Right now the linesmen are patiently waiting for the change in lines for right now for the Titans here. As Fair is being attended to. Nathan Hill is by the bench right now. He's having a discussion with some of the players as Fair seems to be okay. All smiles there. I think it might have caught him by surprise. But definitely not the hit you want to see late in this game. And so the Titans are back on the power play once again. Second power play of this period. Davis. And the drive by Norarch rolls out of the zone. And is picked up now by Francos. Shots on goal right now, 57-22. Matadors dominating that category, but the score is what matters. 4-3 Titans with that lead. As right now they are on the power play. As Davis tangles up with a couple of players, and so it is cleared back down. So Francos will settle it. Ritter trying to get the pass going. He shoved off the puck. He gets right back up. He's got Gontus with him. Nice defensive play by Ritter to prevent a lane to open up. Francos on Anderson. Centering pass. Good play by Ritter. Davis down at the neutral zone. And so that's going to do that. And so the fans on my left excited about that, as Carnes is not pleased with what has happened here. As Gontus will serve the penalty. It's going to be a 5-on-3 power play for Cal State Fullerton. .2:15 shows on the clock. We will adjust that for you once the time starts. And right now a timeout is called by the Matadors, as we will pan that over for you, and that allows me to fix the time right now. And so that is fixed. 4-3 the score. You're watching Titans Ice Hockey here on YouTube. It's been an action-packed one for sure. We've had Few ejections. Nathan Hill departed. Jake Dusterhoff departed. They got game misconducts minutes ago. And right now the Titans are on a 5-on-3 power play for 2 minutes and 52 seconds. So Luke Gontus will serve the rest of his time. And that will only leave 15 seconds for him to do something. But from what I can see, both coaches are getting their game plans ready to go. And we will see how this ends. Kenny Nelson here, high above the ice, just above the penalty boxes is where I am standing. To my right, Benny Elliott on the camera. As play resumes. As this is a scramble in the corner here, and a clear to Yano. Final 2 minutes. No TV timeouts here. Here's an opportunity for Parnell with speed. He's got Indales. He has 3 tonight. And trying to get it over to Parnell. It stays in the rink though, and he dropped it further behind the net. Indales trying to get it right back to him. Picked up by Fighter. Ricochets off a skate. And then right back to Fair. Lets it go! And a save made by Manuel. Fair. Trying to glove that down where the Matadors. It was Cole Comisar trying to do that. First minor done. Back on his Parks. It's Fair. Almost pickpocketed. And Indales across. Oh, and it didn't get through all the way by Parnell. Good effort though by Indales with the feed to Parnell. And the net is open. Empty net. 6 skaters on for the Matadors in the final minute of the game. Matadors trying to tie it. The Titans are trying to hold on. Net open, and Gordon couldn't put it away. Banked ahead, picked up by Carnes here. Carnes holds, fires one, it goes wide. Norarch a shot, kicked away, rebound, getting a piece of it was Yano! It stays into the zone though. Abaya there, Norarch is there. He goes down. Titans cannot clear it, half a minute to go. 4-man scrum along the boards. It works to the circle. Kept into the zone. A wrister off the body. Rebound in front. They score! Off the rebound. This game is tied. On a loose puck at the side of the net, Christian Parks on the backhand has tied the game. And I beg your pardon, it looks like it's going to be Quentin Abaya who has tied it at 4. .5 to go. And this game is tied, and now it is silent here. And so there was no offside there. Here's a wrister, and that just missed the net. 10 to go. They're in the zone, and a glove save by Yano with confidence. And then down goes Parks. Oh, and then he got him right back. Parks with the retaliation on Fair. And this will be interesting to see who goes. So Parks is being escorted, and they always get the guy for retaliation. They always do. And that is what we have seen here. So 7.8 to go. Faceoff will be down in the offensive end for the Titans. So it's a roughing minor to Parks. And they got him for the retaliation. Originally it would have been Fair, but Parks answered with a shove that was way worse. And right now the coach is trying to get the attention of the linesman And to no avail, that's not going to work, because right now the timeout is called by the Titans. And with 7.8 to go, this could be interesting. What a game. What a game for sure. Both teams entering tonight 3-0, and they have shown why they are in those spots. Right now, below the screen, now off, was Zach Carnes. He is having some chatter with the two linesmen just before us. But it'll be interesting to see how and what will get drawn up and how it'll be presented to us here in the final seconds. If nobody scores overtime, if nobody scores there a shootout, neither team has gone into those scenarios this season. But I don't know about those of you at home, but for me, my heart is just pounding away here. It's been full of excitement since puck drop at 9 p.m. It is now 11:39 here in California, here at Great Park Irvine on Rink 1. This is where most of the home games will take place, so it's been fun. It has definitely been fun, and we hope those of you at home have been enjoying it. So the whiteboards were used. A play was drawn up. We'll see if they can execute it, if not, overtime. You see Norarch signaling to his teammate where to go. Fighter and Dollies, Davis, Kreller, Fair. Those are the 5 out there for the Titans here. Off the face-off, it's 1. Held along the boards. No shot taken. Overtime is where we're going. 4-4. It could not be settled in regulation. And so we will go to overtime, the first of the season for the Titans and the first of the season for the Matadors. And so a power play is going to carry over for Cal State Fullerton to start overtime. And so jumping on right now, it looks as if it's going to be 4-on-4 potentially here. Let's see. There is a power play that's going to carry over that still has 1:53 to go. And so Parks right now is trying to discuss what is going on. I don't know if he's trying to get out of it with the get out of the penalty box card, but 5 minutes is on the clock. So let me change that for you guys that are watching at home. And I will adjust this for you here. And then let me change this for you as well. OT. There we go. All right. It's all set up. And we're ready to drop the puck. Titans on the power play. Overtime begins. Here's Parnell with it. Had it knifed away by Carnes, but regathered by Parnell, and he'll throw it down. Norarch is in the back, and he'll send it down ice. And so it's played to Fighter. Every shift now is crucial. Every play is crucial. And so defense is going to be the key here in this extra session. Sent to the corner for Andollies. He has 3 tonight. Can he get another one in there? Andollies still has it. Finds Fair. Fair drifts. Andollies blasts one. Stays in. They rule it that it hit the mesh. They ruled that it hit the mesh, but I think it hit the glass. From my vantage point, Benny and I had the best view here, and from what we could see, it looked as if it hit just enough glass and not the mesh, but it's going to stay into the zone nonetheless. Tight face-off win. Fighter trying to pounce on it. Matadors have it, though clear. Sneaking in this Kilgore. Fair, trying to fight him off. Gets it over to Kriller. Here's Ethan Kriller. Will Fighter drops it back to Kriller. Fires one, and that just missed the net. And Fair can't keep it in. Half a minute to go on the power play. Kriller. Fair has to fetch it again. They keep it away from Gontus. Ethan Kriller overskates it. He has Gontus though, lurking. Given away to Anderson, moving on in. Anderson for the game. Save made by Yano. My goodness, what a stop. And it stays in overtime. 11 seconds to go on the power play. And an opportunity that was stolen by Yano, my goodness. 57 saves for Kurt Yano. 18 for Jonathan Manuel. Cal State Fullerton in the white. Matadors in the black and red. Davis trying to create some sort of mental head game there, and it's played by Parks. Parks a shot, save made by Yano. No further play. Now, I don't know about those of you at home, but for me, let's keep it on the other side. I would feel more comfortable with that. Fighters out there, Cruz is out there, and Dollies is out there. For the Matadors, it is Norarch, Gontus, and Carnes. Norarch kicked it to Carnes. Carnes banked it back to Norarch. Backhand pass, kept in. Here's Carnes, all-man rush, and a save made by Yano. He got a leg on that. It's kept into the zone. Norarch behind the net, sends it. Shot from the circle, blocked by Cruz. Knife to Endollies, one-on-one play, and it's stolen back by Norarch. 2:20 to go. Norarch has a step, moves in, save made, rebound, and tangled up, and then going down is Fighter. He's shaken up, and then Yano is taken out of the play. There's no stoppage. What are we seeing here? Now we're getting a penalty. And Cruz is throwing a few. Craziness in the back end. And so barking at the linesman is Gontus, and he should be getting an extra 2 for just doing that. The linesman wants nothing of that. So Kimber Cruz roughing, and Gontus potential goalie interference maybe. As we await for more action here. I might have heard goalie interference on that. I apologize for the silence, but wanted to make sure. Here's a shot from the point by Abaya, kicked away by Yano. And we get another stoppage here, and what do we have? Parnell and Ryan Latz, I apologize. They were tangled up for the moment. And the faceoff's going to be down into the offensive zone. Nope, right at the neutral zone. 1:50 to go on the clock. 3 skaters aside here for 3-on-3 overtime now that the power play did conclude. Parnell couldn't get it. Good stick by Fair here, and it is played by Abaya. Drops it in further for Anderson. Kreller on him. The 2 assistant captains duel. Anderson with a step. Abaya shot, and that one didn't go. Just missed the post. And so Fair banks it. Kreller has it. Kreller avoids the hit, throws it across now, and it's Fair. Fair able to get by 1. Fair gets into the zone. Dropped it off. Bad pass, though. But a great play by Parnell. He's got Fair at the net mouth. Fires a shot. Blocked, and then picked up by Parnell again. Final minute of play of this overtime session. A centering pass and a bad pass. Now a 2-on-1 develops. Fair is back. It's Anderson with Abaya. Anderson, a shot. Rang off the crossbar! And now it's a 2-on-1, or 1-on-1, I beg your pardon, the other way. Parnell. Back to Francos. 40 seconds to go. A bank pass. Parnell heads off for a change. Ritter hops on. A centering pass. Save made by Yano! It's played on back, though. Thrown across. A shot. Kick save, Yano! Pressured by the Matadors right now, and it's Francos. He plays it to Ritter. Norarch on him, and he overskates it. Norarch with Ritter on him. Great play by Ritter, and it's played now by Andales. 7 to go. Andales moves in. Andales, save Manuel! And that's it. Overtime is done. A shootout is next. What a frantic finish. Both teams had marvelous chances. A crossbar on one end and a last-minute chance by Andales on the other. And so now we go to a shootout. And so this is the first time any team between these two is... We'll just continue it with OT here, but it's a shootout. Fortunately, we do not have enough room for that on our little scoreboard, but that's okay. First shootout for either team this season, and hopping over the boards and awaiting the whistle, and he's got it. Christopher Franklin, the first shooter. Misses the net! Great stop by Yano. Even though he didn't get a piece of it, he prevented the goal. And hopping off the boards is Andales. Tonight has a hat trick and is the first shooter, round one, bottom of the first. Moves in slowly on Manuel. He scores! He's been red hot tonight. And now the second shooter for the Matadors, Cole Commissar. And he went too early. It should not count. And so we will see. He did touch it, which would mean the turn would be done, but they're going to let it slide, luckily. But here he comes on Yano. Save Yano! He got back in the nick of time! What a fancy move by Commissar. And Yano is 2 for 2. And now Taylor Davis has a chance to win it. He's got the puck. Let's see what he does. He scores! Titans win 5-4 in the shootout. What a win! And the Titans move to 4-0, 6-1 overall. 5-4 the final. What a game! As the teams will now head to center ice, a tradition in the sport, the handshake line. You see it after the Stanley Cup playoffs, and you're going to see it right now. It's led by the goaltenders, who both played fantastic, Kurt Yano and Jonathan Manuel, and they will move down the line. Ezra Gale's with me right now, and he's informing me that he plays tomorrow, so we'll be excited to see him in the lineup. But what a game. Final score, Titans 5, Matadors 4 in the shootout. We have an action-packed game. 66 shots on goal for the Matadors, 23 for Cal State Fullerton, 62 saves for that man, 30 in white, Kurt Yano. Third win of the season. All smiles here tonight at Rink 1. And the fans could not be more happy for what they have seen tonight. As the 3 stars are being announced, Jason Indali is one of those. But the next home game that we will be covering is a week from today, as the players do the stick tap right now and salute the fans in attendance. We look forward to seeing you a week from today back here at Rink 1. From all of us here in Great Park, Irvine, Rink 1, I'm Kenny Nelson with Benny Elliott. We're signing off. Thank you so much for watching tonight's matchup. We look forward to seeing you in the next one. I'm Kenny Nelson, once again, signing off from Irvine. Good night.